Welcome to Sports Talk.
Hello, everyone. Welcome. It's Nick from Top Notch Sports, and today we're going over the Las Vegas Raiders salary review and off-season moves for 2022. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm a Raiders fan. You know that. I cover 31 other teams as well, and I finally get a chance to cover my Raiders. I'm going to give you guys some more insight on this team. I'm not going to break it down. I'm not going to cheat the system and do some special things for the Raiders that I didn't do for the other 31 teams. But here we go. 10-7 last year. A hell of a season. Lost John Gruden. Lost Mike Mayock now. Let go of Rich Bisaccia. Let him walk. We bring in Josh McDaniels. We bring in Dave Ziegler. I'll be honest with you. I'm kind of missing Gruden and Mayock. I'm not going to lie. Okay, right now, last year, this time of year, this is where I just used to just rub my hands together and say, I cannot wait for the offseason. I can't wait for the draft. I know we would have some terrible draft picks, but I'm going to be honest with you. Okay, I like what we were able to do in the later rounds. And I know everyone shits on our first round picks and what they can do that. I'm going to be honest with you. I did not like Alex Leatherwood, to be quite honest with you. He was my 13th ranked offensive tackle last year, and we took him in the first round. But I'll tell you this much, okay? When I look at the Raiders team right now, to get Hunter Renfrow, to get Mad Max Crosby, to get Nate Hobbs, other teams don't do that. Now I kind of fear that we're going to struggle in the later rounds. And I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't know what you guys think, but to be quite honest with you, I don't remember the last time the Patriots really had a good draft. Okay, N'Keal Harry, and I can just keep going and going and going and going. When was the last time you remember a rookie, player on the Patriots do anything good? I'm going to be quite honest. I don't remember it. And I know I might get some, hate for that, but it's the truth. And what I do know is the Patriots always find ways to make, okay players look pretty good, and they win with okay players. So I'm hoping that we can see some of the same things here. I do got to say, I thought the Patriots blew the draft out of the ballpark last year, getting Christian Barmore, Ronnie Perkins, a lot of guys that I did have ranked very high. So that I will give them credit for, and we'll wait and see what happens. All right, here we go. Let's hop into this video. This is a mock offseason, a 2022 mock offseason, mock free agency, mock draft, everything included. Let's hop right into it. Here's your first slide. The Cad Space right now we have is $21.3 million. Again, I know we just restructured a few contracts today. I can't predict that, nor did the cap space update just yet. So again, just deal with it here. You look at this real fast. The guys in green, if you cut them, you would save money. The guys in red, if you cut them, you will lose money. Real fast, just throwing a name out there real fast. If you cut Denzel Perryman right now, you would save $3 million. Not that I don't think we really would do that. And if we were to cut someone like Yannick Ngakoue, again, makes no sense at all. We would lose $1 million. Makes no sense to do it, nor does it because of cap space. Overall, look at this team. Let me know what you guys think you would do. And I'll talk a little bit now about the post-June 1st cuts as well, something that, I didn't do for other teams. There's something called post-June 1st cuts. I'm pretty sure you're allowed to cut 2 players before June 1st, which usually is after, but before June 1st, and you can save a lot of cap space for this upcoming free agency. 2 guys, actually 3 guys, I believe, on my radar. Corey Littleton's one of them. Nick Kwiatkowski is one of them. And Carl Nassib is one of them. We could probably save another $18 million by cutting Corey Littleton and Carl Nassib or Kwiatkowski. If we cut 2 of them, okay, we can save about $18 million. I'm not going to do it on this video. Just know that in the back of your head. Another guy that, look at restructuring is Colton Miller for sure. We can restructure him, maybe cut him down a little bit more and see what we can do. But overall here, again, between restructuring and post-June 1st cuts, we can turn this $21.3 million cap space into easily being $40 to $60 million, depending on what we do. So let's hop into the next slide where I'm going to break down our notable losses, the guys that are currently not under contract. Here you go, our notable losses. And first things first, I really want to give a huge shout out to the guy that makes this slide possible. He gets us our expected contract and our percent of stats played, Noah the Toenail Clipper Thompson. Thank you, man. Without you, I don't know what the hell we would be able to do. Here we go. First things first, we got cornerback Casey Hayward. His expected contract is a 1-year, $6.5 million deal, and he played 94.2% of the snaps. Next guy is quarterback Marcus Mariota. His expected contract is a 1-year, $7.8 million deal, and he played 2.1% of the snaps. Next guy, wide receiver Zay Jones. His expected contract is a 3-year, $18 million deal, and his percent of snaps played is 56.1. The next guy is linebacker KJ Wright. His expected contract is a 1-year, $2.5 million deal, and he played 36.7% of the snaps. And last but not least, wide receiver Desean Jackson, his expected contract is a 1 year, $6 million deal, and he played 26.6% of the snaps played. Let's now typically real fast, a good rule of thumb here is a guy that plays a high percent of the snaps and that plays well with those high percent of the snaps are typically the guys that the team looks to bring back. So let's hop into the next slide where we're going to look at our potential targets. There you go, our potential targets. Now, again, this is with the $21.3 million estimated cap space available. With restructures, post-June 1st cuts, and all that, we might be able to get this number up to 50 to 60 million. But without that, let's just look at this. Estimated cuts, I think Kwiatkowski's gone, Nassib's gone, Good's gone, Javon Wims is gone, and Kayvon Frazier's gone. With these moves, we're at $33.5 million in estimated cap space available. Estimated signings, I got to sign Casey Hayward back to a 1 year, $6.5 million deal. Which is a $6.5 million cap hit. Also bringing back Zay Jones to a 3 year, $18 million deal, which would be a $6 million cap hit. And Brandon Cooks signing him to a 4 year, $68 million deal, which is a $17 million cap hit. This is if the Texans really either trade. I mean, I'm expecting if they trade Brandon Cooks, they're probably going to get a third, fourth round pick for him, maybe this year, maybe next year, or they could release him. I mean, the guy's cap hit right now is $8 million. I really feel like a trade's definitely probably in perspective here. If they can save $8 million and get a pick for him, they very well may do it for a 28, 29-year-old receiver. Something that they very well may do. That puts us at our total cost of $29.5 million, and our estimated cap space available is $4 million. We can make more moves. Okay, we can restructure a few guys, but to play it fair, what we got other teams doing in this series, this seems possibly realistic. Another thing I want to point out here is Casey Hayward. Casey Hayward's a guy that it really fits in the Gus Bradley system. I do think that we may look and see if we can bring in somebody else. We might try to, bring in a J.C. Jackson. I would love to see that. Maybe a Carlton Davis would be nice. But again, to keep continuity, to keep chemistry, we may just bring back Casey Hayward, and I really would not mind that on a 1 year deal. You look at team needs here. We need a wide receiver, interior offensive lineman, offensive tackle, defensive tackle, linebacker, and cornerback. Here's how we're going to address those needs in the first 3 rounds and through free agency. First things first, we're going to re-sign Zay Jones, and we're going to re-sign Casey Hayward to fill in that cornerback need. On top of that, we're going to sign Brandon Cooks at wide receiver. And in the first round, we're going to draft Jordan Davis with the 22nd overall pick. In the second round, we're going to draft offensive tackle Abraham Lucas, who plays primarily right tackle. Thank the Lord, because, again, we need a true right tackle, not Alex Leatherwood, who again, will probably play better at guard. And in the third round, we're going to draft Christian Watson, and we're going to plug him in at wide receiver too. This is a guy, I watched this film, not a huge fan of him. Again, my wide receiver, running back, interior offensive lineman, offensive tackle, all those draft grades are going to be coming soon. I did release quarterbacks, but we're not in play for a quarterback, in my opinion. But the first 3 rounds, here you go. So Christian Watson, 6'4", there's a 4.3, 540, really fast, really tall, the old school Raider way, right? Beating with speed over the top. The thing is with Christian Watson, he has he drops some balls, and he really is not just, besides him getting behind the defense, there's really not much there for him. I'm going to be honest with you guys. He doesn't break many tackles. He doesn't really use his size that well. Every once in a while he goes and gets one, but it's not really something special. But, my rankings can definitely change by the time the draft comes. But that's what I got us doing the first 3 rounds. 4th round pick, really late in the draft, not too sure what we're going to do. So let's hop in now to a 2022-2023 expected depth chart. Here you go. We got that number up there should be $4 million. I'm sorry about that. Oops, sorry, now I'm rolling backwards. This number up here should be $4 million in estimated cap space available. Here we go. So in orange, we're going to start with this. These are players we re-signed. We're re-signing Zay Jones, and we're re-signing Casey Hayward. In green, these are the guys that we're signing or trading for. So Brandon Cooks will be the new guy we're bringing in. In light blue, these are our draft picks: Jordan Davis, Abraham Lucas, and Christian Watson. And last but not least, you see yellow. Okay, these are your placeholders. Someone like John Simpson. Someone that we could probably possibly upgrade from. He kind of been struggling the last few years, and I would not be shocked if we were to move on from him. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Personally, I feel like if this is our roster, last year we went 10-7. We barely made the playoffs. Russell Wilson is in our division. Justin Herbert is in our division. Patrick Mahomes is in our division. But guys, I have the utmost confidence in Derek Carr. But we have to build the defense, and we have to give him weapons. I've been a big Carr supporter my entire life. This guy's had nothing. He's had multiple coaching changes in his career. You think about it, you go all the way back. Dennis Allen, Tony Sperano, Jack Del Rio, John Gruden, Rich Bisaccia, now Josh McDaniels. That's 6 and 8 years offensive coordinators, we went from Greg Olson to Bill Musgrave to Todd Downing to then we went to back to Greg Olson. So that's 4, and now we're going to the 5th guy now, whoever the hell Josh McDaniels brings in, unless he's going to call his own plays, which I do feel like he's probably going to do. So that's 4 or 5 offensive coordinators. We've went through 2 or 3, now possibly a 3rd rebuild, depending on what these 2 guys do, and McDaniels and the GM, Dave Ziegler. Depending on what they do, that might be his 3rd rebuild in 8 years. That is crazy. And one thing this man has not done, he hasn't pulled a Deshaun Watson. He hasn't pulled a Russell Wilson. I'm sorry, Russell Wilson didn't really want to play in Seattle anymore. Deshaun Watson wants out. Matt Stafford finally got out. Derek Carr deserves to go somewhere where it's good. He stayed with this team, and he's never said a damn word. So you Raiders fans, really check yourselves, before you get kicked in the ass. Because seriously, I mean, we got a quarterback that is really loyal to us, and you guys just try to shit all over him, and it really frustrates the hell out of me. He's an accurate quarterback. He has a hell of an arm. His way he processes the game is probably top 7 in the National Football League right now, in my opinion. And again, I truly think his accuracy is probably top 8, top 9. His ascending plays could be a little bit better, but I'll tell you something. He has one of the best connections with a player I've ever seen in Hunter Renfrow. So let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. I feel like we're going to win about, I'm going to be honest with you guys, 9 to 10 games. And I know you guys might say, oh, that's a downgrade. How dare you? Look, our division is getting tougher and tougher, but it might be enough to win the division. I'm going to be honest. I probably put us behind Kansas City, but I definitely feel like we can beat Denver and we can beat the LA Chargers. It's going to be tough. We might split them. But, I mean, even if we can split the Chiefs, we're right there in the division and possibly winning the division and making the playoffs that way. But it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. Don't ignore that. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. So much more to come. Be sure to stay tuned, leave a like, subscribe. We'll see you guys soon. Peace. We are built better.